We have concluded a round of consultations in Havana covering the full range of Russian-Cuban relations, the international situation, and a number of other topical issues. All participants noted the particularly critical moment that our relations are currently facing in light of the ongoing illegal blockade of the island, Republic of Cuba, by the United States. In these circumstances, our practical cooperation, particularly with regard to supplying the island with hydrocarbons and stabilizing the situation in the energy sector, is of the utmost importance. As far as the international situation is concerned, Russia and Cuba are close allies. We stand as guardians of international law. It is no coincidence that both Cuba and Russia are members of the group of friends, the UN Charter, which operates in New York. In the face of a comprehensive all-out assault by the US and other Western powers on the foundations of the international system as they took shape after the Second World War and as enshrined in the UN Charter, like-minded nations and allies, those in the global majority who oppose oppression, neo-colonialism, dictatorship and hegemony, that is, everything that is now once again being adopted by Washington and other Western powers, must close ranks more closely. Today's round of consultations in Havana pursued this objective, including close coordination on international platforms. The U.S.'s aggressive policy remains in place and is being projected onto many regions of the world. We have just witnessed a horrific war unleashed by the U.S., together with Israel, against Iran. This war has plunged the Middle East into a new armed conflict. It is now clear that forceful methods, sanctions, and political dictates do not yield the desired results. Nevertheless, aggression remains very much the cornerstone of U.S. policy, and Cuba is a direct target of this policy. Naturally, neither we nor our Cuban friends underestimate the threats arising from the Trump administration's pursuit of such a course. Our best response to all this is full, deep, and trusting cooperation, a joint search for and identification of practical solutions to problems in various areas, including, first and foremost, those spheres where it is necessary as a matter of priority to overcome the U.S. blockade and to rid Cuba and its people of the socially devastating consequences of Washington's imperialist and dictatorial course. Russia means a great deal to the people of Cuba, but for us, too, the Cubans are brothers. We simply cannot betray Cuba, that is out of the question, nor can we abandon it or leave it to its fate. That would be fundamentally contrary to the very basis of our brotherhood and our friendship. Russia has no intention of leaving the Western Hemisphere, whatever they may say in Washington. They are obsessed with the idea of driving Russia, as well as China, out of this region. We consider the new version of the U.S. Monroe Doctrine to be completely out of step with the context of modern international relations. This is precisely the kind of neo-colonial practice condemned by the overwhelming majority of the international community, including through the adoption of a relevant General Assembly resolution last year. We are grateful to Cuba and its leadership for supporting Russia in all relevant international forums, including our efforts to prevent the militarization of space, promote international information security, and counter modern neo-Nazi practices. Neo-Nazism is on the rise in many countries, including Europe. This is a very worrying trend. The consultations were important, productive, and intensive, and they were conducted in a spirit of trust. We will continue them, as well as our work with Cuba at other levels and in other areas. Cuba is one of our priorities. Ensuring the island's energy security is a top priority. At this stage, it is too early to say what the next steps will be. It is well known that we are not limiting ourselves to the shipment of oil that has already arrived on the island aboard the Anatoly Kolodkin tanker. Those who understand that international law and the sovereign equality of states are not mere slogans or empty words must view the situation as a practical challenge to be addressed. That is, they must take action both to assist Cuba and to uphold these principles. We have such partners within the international community, and we shall also cooperate with them. I would like to say that a whole range of other aspects of practical cooperation between Russia and Cuba were also discussed, including the resumption of direct air links and a number of projects in the tourism sector.